Monday morning, Part 1, Psalm 24 through 31, Psalm 23, Psalm 24. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness of it, the inhabited world and all those who dwell within it. He laid the foundation of it upon the sea, upon rivers he prepared it. Who will go up into the mountain of the Lord, and who will stand in his holy place? The innocent one with respect to his hands, and the clean one with respect to his heart, who does not take up his soul with vanity, and does not swear with cunning against his neighbor. This is the one who will receive a blessing from the Lord, and mercy from God his Savior. This is the generation of those seeking him, of those seeking the face of the God of Jacob. Lift up the gates, those rulers of you. Lift up eternal gates, and the King of glory will enter. Who is this King of glory? The Lord mighty and strong, the Lord strong in battle. Lift up the gates, those rulers of you. Lift eternal gates, and the King of glory will enter. Who is this King of glory? The Lord of mighty powers. He is the King of glory. Psalm 24, Psalm 25. To you, O Lord, I lift up my soul. O my God, upon you I have trusted. Do not let me be put to shame, nor let my enemies laugh at me. Indeed, all those who wait upon you will not be put to shame. Let those be ashamed who act lawlessly to no end. Lord, make known to me your ways, and teach me your paths. Lead me in your truth. Teach me, because you are God, my Savior, and I wait upon you all the day. Remember your compassions and your mercies, because they are forever. Do not remember the sin of my youth and of my ignorance. According to your mercy, remember me, on account of your kindness, O Lord. Good and righteous is the Lord. On account of this, he instructs in the way those who are sinning. He will lead humble ones in justice. He will teach the humble ones his ways. All the truths of the Lord are mercy and truth for the ones who are seeking out his covenant and his testimonies. On account of your name, O Lord, also pardon my sin for as much. Who is the person who fears the Lord? He will instruct him in the way that he selected. His soul will live with good things, and his seed will inherit the earth. The Lord is strength of those who fear him, and the name of the Lord of those who fear him. His covenant is for showing to them. My eyes through all circumstances on the Lord, because he will draw out my feet from the trap. Look upon me and have pity on me, because I am alone and poor. The afflictions of my heart were multiplied. Deliver me from my tribulations. See my humiliation and my trouble. Forgive all my sins. See my enemies, because they were increased, and they hated me with an unjust hatred. Guard my soul and rescue me. Do not let me be put to shame, because I placed my hope in you. Innocent ones and upright ones joined fast together to me, because I awaited on you, O Lord. O God, redeem Israel from all his afflictions. Psalm 25, Psalm 26. Judge me, O Lord, because I went in my guilelessness, and I never shall be shaken when hoping in the Lord. Scrutinize me, O Lord, and test me. Purge my mind and my heart, because your mercy is before my eyes, and I was well and pleased with your truth. I did not sit with the assembly of the vanity, and I will never enter with those transgressing the law. I hated the assembly of those doing evil, and with the ungodly I will never sit. I will wash my hands with innocent deeds, and I will go around your altar to hear the voice of praise and describe all your marvelous deeds. O Lord, I love the goodly appearance of your house, and the place of the tent of your glory. Do not destroy my soul together with the ungodly, and my life with the men of bloodshed, in whose hands is lawlessness, their right hand is full of bribes. But I went in my guilelessness. Redeem me and have mercy upon me, for my foot stands in uprightness. In the assembly I will bless you, O Lord. Psalm 26, Psalm 27. The Lord is my light and my Savior. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the protector of my life. From whom shall I fear? When those doing evil came near against me to eat my flesh, the ones afflicting me and my enemies, they were weak and fell. If an army is set up against me, my heart will not fear. If a battle rises up against me, in this circumstance I hope in God. One thing I have asked from the Lord, this I will seek out, that I dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, and that I behold the pleasantness of the Lord and visit his temple. For he hid me in a tent in the days of my evils. He sheltered me in the concealment of his tent. On a rock he lifted me. And now, behold, he lifted my head over my enemies. I came around and sacrificed in his tent a sacrifice of shouting. I will sing, and I will sing psalms to the Lord. Give ear, O Lord, to my voice with which I cried out. Have mercy upon me, and give ear to me. My heart said to you, I sought your face. Your face, O Lord, I will seek. Do not turn back your face from me. Do not turn around in wrath from your servant. Become my help. Do not abandon me. And do not disregard me, O God, my Savior. For my father and my mother abandoned me, but the Lord received me. Instruct me, O Lord, with respect to your way, and lead me in a straight path on account of my enemies. Do not give me over to the souls of those oppressing me, because unrighteous witnesses rose up against me, and the injustice lies within itself. I shall trust that I will see the good things of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait upon the Lord. Be brave and let your heart be strengthened, and wait upon the Lord. Psalm 27, Psalm 28. To you, O Lord, I cried out. O my God, do not pass in silence over me, lest you pass in silence over me, and I will be like the ones who go down into the pit. Give ear to the voice of my supplication when I pray to you, when I raise up my hands to your holy temple. Do not draw together my soul with sinners and with those working injustice. Do not destroy me together with the ones who speak peace with their neighbor but have evil things in their hearts. Give to them according to their works and according to the wickedness of their practices. Give to them according to the works of their hands. Repay them recompense to me, because they did not have understanding into the works of the Lord and into the works of his hands. You will destroy them, and you will never build them up. Blessed is the Lord, because he heard the voice of my supplication. The Lord is my helper and my protector. My heart hoped in him, and I was helped, and my flesh was refreshed, and from my will I will give thanks to him. The Lord is the strength of his people and the protector of the salvation of his anointed one. Save your people and bless your inheritance. Shepherd them and magnify them forever. Psalm 28, Psalm 29. Bring to the Lord, O children of God. Bring to the Lord, offspring of rams. Bring to the Lord glory and honor. Bring to the Lord glory in his name. Worship the Lord in his holy court. The voice of the Lord is upon the waters. The glory of God thundered. The Lord is upon many waters. The voice of the Lord is in strength. The voice of the Lord is in majesty. The voice of the Lord breaks the cedars. The Lord crushes the cedars of Lebanon, and he will crush them, even Lebanon as a young bull, and the beloved one will become as the offspring of the unicorn. The voice of the Lord divides as a flame of fire. The voice of the Lord makes the desert tremble. The Lord will shake off the desert of Kadesh. The voice of the Lord creates deer and will uncover woods. In his temple everyone says glory. The Lord establishes the flood, and the Lord will sit as king forever. The Lord will give strength to his people. The Lord will bless his people with peace. Psalm 29, Psalm 30. I lift up you, O Lord, because you answered me and did not gladden my enemies over me. O Lord my God, I cried aloud to you, and you healed me. O Lord, you brought up my soul from Hades. You saved me from the ones who are going down into the pit. Sing to the Lord, O his holy ones. Give thanks to the memory of his holiness, because his wrath is in his anger, and his life is in his will. Weeping will find lodging in the evening, and in the morning there will be great joy. But I said in my prosperity, I will not be shaken forever. O Lord, in your will provide power for my beauty, and you turned away your face, and I became troubled. To you, O Lord, I will cry aloud, and to my God I will pray. What use is there in my blood when I go down into destruction? Will dust give thanks to you or confess your truth? The Lord heard and showed mercy upon me. The Lord became my helper. You turned my mourning into joy for me, and you broke through my sackcloth, and you girded me with joy. that my glory would sing psalms to you, and never, ever would I be pained. O Lord my God, forever will I give thanks to you. Psalm 30, Psalm 31. In you, O Lord, I place my hope. Do not let me be put to shame forever. With your righteousness rescue and deliver me. Bend your ear to me. Be quick to deliver me. Become for me a protector, God, and a house full of refuge to save me. For you are my strength and my refuge, and on account of your name you will lead me, and you will sustain me continually. Lead me out from this trap that they hid for me, because you are my protector. Into your hands I will place my spirit. You will deliver me, O Lord, the God of truth. You hated the ones keeping purposefulness through vanity, but I hoped in the Lord. I will rejoice greatly, and I will be gladdened in your mercy, because you observed my humiliation. You saved my soul from the tribulations, and you did not enclose me in the hands of the enemy. You established my feet in the wide place. Have mercy upon me, O Lord, because I am afflicted. My eye was troubled in anger, my soul also, and my belly. For my life died in distress, and my years were weakened with groaning in poverty. My strength and my bones were troubled. From all my enemies I became a reproach, and to my neighbors exceedingly so. And I became a fear to my acquaintances. The ones who look at me outside fled from me. I was forgotten from hearts like a corpse, because I became like a broken vessel. For I heard the censure of many dwelling from all around. While they gathered at once against me, they deliberated to take my soul. But I hoped in you, O Lord. I said, you are my God. My portion is in your hands. Rescue me from the hand of my enemies and from the ones who are persecuting me. Show forth your face upon your servant and save me with your mercy. O Lord, may I not be disgraced because I called upon you. May the ungodly ones be put to shame and be led down into Hades. Let the lips of the deceitful be quiet, which speak against the righteous one lawlessly, with arrogance and contempt. How great is the magnitude of your kindness, O Lord, which you hid for the ones who are fearing you. You worked matters out for the ones who are hoping in you, over against the sons of men. Hide them in the secret places of your face from the rebellion of humanity. Shelter them in your temple from the controversy of tongues. Blessed is the Lord, because he magnified his mercy in the city of siege. But I said in my dismay, I am abandoned then from the face of your eyes. On account of this you gave ear to the voice of my entreaty, O Lord, when I cried out to you. Love the Lord, all his holy ones, because the Lord seeks out truth and repays to the ones who are making exceeding arrogance. Psalm 31, Psalm 32. Blessed are they whose lawless acts are forgiven and whose sins were covered up. Blessed is the man whose sin the Lord will never reckon, nor there is guile in his mouth. Because I was silent, my bones were worn out, from my crying aloud the whole day. For the day and night your hand was weighed down upon me. I turned into misery when a thorn was planted. I made known my sin, and my lawlessness did not cover up. I said, I will make known to the Lord my sin against myself, and you forgave the ungodliness of my heart. Because of this, every holy person will pray to you at suitable times. Surely, in the flood of many waters they will not come near to him. You are my place of refuge from the affliction of that which is surrounding me. You are my great joy to deliver me from the ones who are encircling me. I will instruct you, and I will teach you in this way that you should go. I will strengthen my eye upon you. Do not become as the horse and the mule, for which there is no understanding. With bridle and muzzle one compresses their jaws, which do not come near to you. Many are the scourges of the sinner, but the one who hopes in the Lord will be encircled in mercy. Be glad in the Lord. Monday morning, Part 2, Psalm 32 through 36. Psalm 32, Psalm 33. Rejoice exceedingly, O righteous one in the Lord, Praise is fitting for the upright ones. Give thanks to the Lord with lyre, and with 10-string harp sing to him. Sing to him a new song, sing well with a loud voice. For the word of the Lord is righteous, and all his works are in faithfulness. He loves mercy and justice. The earth is full of the mercy of the Lord. By the word of the Lord the heavens were made firm, and by the breath of his mouth all their power. He gathers the waters of the sea as a bag. He sets the deep in treasures. Let all the earth fear the Lord, and from him let all the ones who are dwelling upon the inhabited worlds be shaken. For he spoke, and it became. He commanded, and it was created. The Lord scatters the counsels of the nations, and he sets aside the deliberations of the people, and rejects the counsels of the rulers. But the counsel of the Lord remains forever, the deliberations of his heart from generation to generation. Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord, his people from whom he chooses for an inheritance for himself. From the heaven the Lord looked down, and he saw all the sons of men. From his prepared dwelling place he looked down upon all the ones who are inhabiting the earth. The ones who are alone formed their hearts, the one who has understanding of all their works. A king is not saved because of much power, and a mighty one will not be saved in the magnitude of his strength. The horse is false for salvation, and in the magnitude of his power he will not be saved. Behold, the eyes of the Lord upon the ones who fear him, the ones who place their hope upon his mercy, to save their souls from death and to continually sustain them in famine. Our soul waits upon the Lord, because he is our helper and our protector, because our heart will delight in him, and we put our hope in his holy name. May your mercy, O Lord, be upon us, even as we put our hope in you. Psalm 33, Psalms 34. I will bless the Lord in every occasion. Through every circumstance the praise of him will be in my mouth. My soul will be commended in the Lord. Let the humble hear and let them rejoice. Magnify the Lord with me, and lift up high his name together. I sought out the Lord, and he heard me, and he rescued me from all of my sojourning. Come to him, and you will be enlightened, and your faces will never be disgraced. This poor person cried out, and the Lord heard him, and he saved him from all of his afflictions. The angel of the Lord will encamp in a circle around the ones who fear him, and he will rescue them. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man who hopes in him. Fear the Lord, all you holy ones of him, because there is no deficiency for the ones who are fearing him. The rich begin to beg and become hungry, but the ones seeking out the Lord will not be lacking any good thing. Come, you children, hear me. I will teach you the fear of the Lord. What person is there who wants life and loves to see good days? Stop your tongue from evil, and your lips do not speak guile. Turn from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it. For the eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous, and his ears listen to their entreaty. But the face of the Lord is against those who do evil things, to destroy utterly the memory of them from the earth. The righteous ones cried aloud, and the Lord heard them, and he rescued them from all their afflictions. The Lord is near to the ones who have been broken with respect to their heart, and he will save the humble in spirit. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but he will rescue them from all of them. The Lord guards all their bones, not one of them will be crushed. Evil is the death of sinners, and the ones who hate the righteous will offend. The Lord will redeem the souls of his servants, and surely never shall all those who are hoping in him go astray. Psalm 34, Psalm 35. Judge, O Lord, the ones who are doing wrong to me. Make war on the ones who are making war on me. Seize a weapon and a shield. Rise up for my aid. Pour out the sword and enclose those persecuting me from opposition. Say to my soul, I am your salvation, that they may be ashamed and turned about who seek my life. May they be turned away backwards and disgraced, all those who plot evil things against me. Let them be like the chaff in the face of the wind, and the angel of the Lord afflicting them. Let their way become darkness and fall, and the angel of the Lord pursuing them. For they hid the destruction of their trap against me for nothing. Without cause they reviled my life. Let the trap of which they do not know come to them, and the snare which they hid, let them capture them, and in the trap they will fall with it. But my soul will rejoice exceedingly in the Lord, and I will be delighted in his salvation. All my bones will say, Lord, who is like you, rescuing the needy from the hand of those stronger than him, and the needy and poor from those robbing him. Rising up unrighteous witnesses, he asks of me about that which they are not understanding. They repay me bad things for good, and childlessness for my life. But I, when they troubled me, was wearing sackcloth and was humbling my soul with a fast, and my prayer turned into my chest. As for a neighbor, as for our brother, thus I was well pleased, as the one mourning and looking sullen. Thus I was humbling myself. And they were delighted and were gathered together against me, and they gathered together scourges against me that I did not know. They were separated and not pained in heart. They tempted me, they mocked me with scorn, they gnashed their teeth against me. O Lord, how long will you observe? Restore my life from their wrongdoing, my unique life from lions. I will give thanks to you, O Lord, in the great assembly. With the mighty people I will praise you. May those who are hating me not rejoice over me vainly, those hating me for nothing and winking with their eyes. For indeed, to me they were speaking peaceful things, but in wrath they were devising treachery. And they widened their mouth against me, and they said, Good, good, our eyes saw. You saw, O Lord, do not pass over in silence. O Lord, do not withdraw from me. Awake, O Lord, and pay attention to my case. My God and my Lord, pay attention to my cause. Judge me, O Lord, according to your righteousness. O Lord, my God, let them not rejoice over me. May they not say in their hearts, Good, good for our life, nor may they say, We devoured him. May they be dishonored and shamed at once, those who rejoice over my reproaches, who boast against me. Let them wear disgrace and shame, and may they rejoice exceedingly, and may they be delighted, those who want my righteousness. And let them say through everything, Let the Lord be magnified, those who want the peace of his servant. And my tongue will attend to your righteousness, your praise the whole day. Psalm 35, Psalm 36. The lawless one, to sin, says of himself, that there is no fear of God before his eyes, for he disguised his lawlessness before him to find and to hate. The words of his mouth are lawlessness and guile. He did not want to understand to do good. He has regard for lawlessness in his bed, and he was near to every way that is not good, and with badness he was not angry. O Lord, your mercy is in heaven, and your truth is as far as the clouds, and righteousness is like the mountains of God. Your judgments are like a great deep. You will save, O Lord, and people and beasts. How you multiplied your mercy, O God, and the sons of men in hope the shade of your wings. They will be satisfied from the wealth of your house, and you will give drink to them from the fullness of your luxury. For from you is a fountain of life, and in your light we will see light. Stretch out your mercy to those who know you, and your righteousness to those who are upright in heart. Do not let a foot of arrogance come to me, and a hand of sinners to afflict me. And let all the ones who work lawlessness fail. They were driven out and surely never able to stand. Psalm 36, Psalm 37. Do not be provoked to jealousy with those acting wickedly, nor envy the ones who do evil. For like grass they will quickly wither, and like a garden of herbs, a tender grass they will fall quickly. Hope in the Lord and do goodness. Dwell upon the land, and you will be shepherded in its wealth. Delight in the Lord, and he will give to you the requests of your heart. Uncover to the Lord your way, and hope in him, and he will do it. And he will carry out your righteousness as light, and your justice as midday sun. Submit to the Lord and ask him. Do not be provoked to jealousy with the one who prospers in his life, with the person who does lawlessness. Cease from anger and abandon wrath. Do not be provoked to jealousy to act wickedly. For the ones who act wickedly will be destroyed, but the ones who wait upon the Lord, they will inherit the earth. And yet, in a little while, and the sinner will surely not exist, and you will seek for his place, and you shall surely not find him. But the meek will inherit the land, and they will delight in the multitude of peace. The sinner will watch closely the righteous one, and will gnash his teeth against him. But the Lord will laugh at him, because he foresees that his day will come. The sinners drew a sword, and they stretched their bow to strike down the needy one or the poor one, to slay the upright in heart. May their sword enter into their own heart, and may their arrows be crushed. Better is the little for the righteous one than the great wealth of sinners. For the armies of sinners will be crushed, but the Lord supports the righteous ones. The Lord knows the ways of the blameless ones, and their inheritance will be forever. They will not be put to shame in the evil time, and in the days of famine they will be satisfied. For the sinners will perish, and the enemies of the Lord at the same time, with their being glorified and lifted up, are failing like smoke they died. The sinner borrows and does not pay back, but the righteous is compassionate and lends. For the ones who bless him will inherit the earth, but the ones who call down curses upon him will be utterly destroyed. The steps of a person are directed from the Lord, and he will delight in his way. When he falls, he is not dashed down, because the Lord supports his hand. I was once younger, as I also grew old, and I did not see the righteous one forsaken, nor his seed seeking food. The whole day he shows mercy and lends, and his seed will have a blessing. Turn from evil and do good, dwell forever and ever. For the Lord loves justice, and he will not forsake his holy ones, for they will be kept forever. The blameless will be avenged, and the seed of the ungodly will be utterly destroyed. But the righteous ones will inherit the earth and dwell upon it forever and ever. The mouth of the righteous ones will attend to wisdom, and his tongue will speak justice. The law of his God is in his heart, and in his steps he will not be tripped up. The sinner looks at the righteous one and seeks to kill him, but the Lord will never leave him into his hands, nor ever condemn him when he judges against him. Wait upon the Lord and keep his way, and he will raise you up to inherit the earth. You will see when the sinners are utterly destroyed. I did see an ungodly person exalted exceedingly, and magnified as the cedars of Lebanon. But I passed by, and behold, he was not there. And I sought for him, but his place was not found. Keep innocence and seek uprightness, because there is posterity for a peaceful person. But the lawless one will be utterly destroyed together. The posterity of the ungodly will be utterly destroyed. But the salvation of the righteous is from the Lord, and he is their protector in the time of tribulation. The Lord will help them and rescue them, and he will deliver them from sinners and save them, because they hoped in him.